Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to the review of Kingdom and Crown, the 10th studio album by the groove metal band Machine Head. I took my time with this album so I could prepare a better review for you guys, because listening to Machine Head's music for like 10 or 20 times I think is not enough, especially because I've been a massive fan of this band since I was born. My siblings, as you know from my Blackening review, were big fans of this band and they would play their music to me every day. So this album was produced by the band's vocalist and guitarist Robb Flynn, and Zach is a well-known guy in the metal community. This album marks a shift in the band's sound, and also lineup is different. We have new members here: Wacław Kiełtyka, the guitarist of the Polish metal band Decapitated. These are some cool dudes, I met them before in real life. Nice. Jared has been in the band like since 2014 I think. And Naveen, the leader of the band, Entheus is playing the drums on this record. Dave McLean and Phil Demmel left the band after the Catharsis record. As usual, most of the songs are written just by Robb Flynn, but we have some collaborations, mostly with the bassist Jared, but also Wacław helped with 2 songs, and the band's original guitarist Logan Mather also helped co-wrote My Hands Are Empty. The production is tight, it sounds clean and heavy at the same time, there's nothing wrong with it, it serves its purpose, message is diverse. It's a concept album about 2 characters basically going on killing sprees because their loved ones died. I don't want to spoil the story for you, but it's interesting, it's good. Robb Flynn was inspired by the anime Attack on Titan because his kids were watching it. Maybe next time they will recommend him some better shows like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or Gintama so he can laugh. Structure-wise, the songs are either basic or advanced. Musically, this album is a mixed bag. Half of the people claim that this is a comeback to those days of the Blackening, when Machine Head was playing a mix of groove metal and thrash metal music, with a slight Gothenburg melodeath vibe, which metalcore has stolen from At the Gates at the start of the early 2000s. What I don't like about most of these songs is the fact that they've been clearly influenced by metalcore, not modern metalcore or that old school metalcore stuff like Earth Crisis or Hatebreed, nope, the 2000s metalcore, mostly Killswitch Engage stuff. While I do enjoy these kinds of bands, hearing this kind of stuff mixed with Machine Head isn't vibing with me the correct way. People were very angry with the previous album Catharsis, mostly because it featured political lyrics, mostly against Donald Trump, and the fact that half of the album was nu metal. Not all of it, but half of it. The other half was either groove or thrash or metalcore, and I'm just bothered by the metalcore part. I think that these metalcore influences started on the 2011's Unto the Locust album, then they've been expanded on the Bloodstone and Diamonds album. Correct me if I said the name wrong, I don't remember that album, I consider it to be the worst Machine Head record. Catharsis was actually great, it had some stinkers, those acoustic tracks were awful, that Bastard song is 0 out of 10, but the album was great. Here it seems like Robb Flynn is trying too hard to cater to the Blackening audience, while also following the trends of 2000s metalcore, so it's a weird album when it comes to the music. It has even less nu metal parts than the Blackening had, because the Blackening had some nu metal vibe, especially in the vocals, you know, those whispers, this anger-filled type of vocals, that was all nu metal. Here, there's not much of it. The biggest flaw I have noticed while listening to this album many times is Robb Flynn's voice. Apparently, he's been taking vocal lessons and been learning how to sing normally, without damaging his voice. I can respect that, that's great, but I think he lost some of his power and emotions behind them, because the singing on this record, most of it is not great. I have a problem with this stuff. Even other bands like Slipknot or Korn, Jonathan Davis and Corey Taylor are not singing like they've used to before. Even Jonathan sounded amazing on the Korn 3 album, but on the Paradigm Shift he sounded like puppish garbage. And the same thing happened with Rob Flynn on this record. Also, let me mention one thing before we start. Why did they use these Scandinavian O's everywhere? You're not going to read this of Kingdom and Crown. Every O is U, so it sounds fucking stupid. Of Kingdom and Crown. What is this shit? Is this a joke? Are you 12 years old? You're a grown-ass man. Act like one. Slaughter the Martyr starts the record. It's a feeble attempt at recreating the opening of The Blackening. The song sounds like a B-side from that album, but not in a good way. I still think it's a great song because the instrumental work is interesting, and I like most of the vocals. The singing chorus is actually nice here. Everything else, not so much. I especially despise the first 2 or 3 minutes of this song. It's supposed to be epic and grand, but it's just not for me. 8 out of 10. Choke on the ashes of your hate. Choke on the ashes of your hate was one of the singles released before the album. This is actually a cool song, but it has a breakdown in the middle that sounds very deathcore-ish. I was like, what the hell is going on? The best part of this song is the breakdown, the drumming, and the chorus, which actually has great vocals. The verses aren't that great, to be honest. Especially that main riff sounds very blunt and uninspired, but I did enjoy the solo. The solo was nice. 8 out of 10. Become the Firestorm is one of the worst songs here. Before you start hating me, let me explain. While I enjoy the heavy and fast nature of this song, you know, the beginning is epic, some blast, that black metalish riff, it's great, the verses great, the breakdown, everything is fine. But the singing in the chorus is atrocious. Who is singing? This is something that I would never expect from Machine Head. For over 12 years I would listen to this band, enjoying every vocal line, but then Onto the Locust was released and it had one song, which was called This Is The End, and it had one of the worst choruses ever. I had a mental breakdown while hearing that song. It was the first Machine Head song where the vocals were awful to me, and then that trend carried on to the next 2 albums, and it's still going on here. And I don't know if that's Jared singing or they are both singing, but it's the worst part of this album, which makes me even more angry because it's inserted into a great song. This could have been a masterpiece, but you had to fuck it up with that shitty noise that you're making in the chorus. This is actually how I feel about most of this record. It's a wasted potential. This is 7.5 out of 10 track. Everything is great except the chorus. That chorus can fuck off. Overdose is the first interlude on the record. I have bought this record to listen to music. I don't need to listen to the noise where someone is dying because of an overdose. So yeah, this is 5 out of 10. I always skip it. It's not good for me, but it's here for the story. My Hands Are Empty was co-written by Rob and Logan, the original Machine Head member. Do you enjoy listening to Whoa, 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 my hands are empty, This is awful. This is a thing that wasn't so popular back in the 90s or early 2000s. You know, people hate on nu metal, but I would rather listen to Rolling, Rolling, Rolling for fucking eternity than listen to that fucking chorus yet again. Whoa, stop with this shit. What is this? Is this a football match? Fucking soccer? I don't want this. Get this shit out of my face. I fucking hate it. The rest of the song is actually very nice. So yet again, we have a song that was raped and destroyed by awful chorus. This hurts my soul, because I love this band, but I cannot recommend this song for you. It has a valuable message in the lyrics. It's about depression and anxiety. It's important, but it has a shitty fucking chorus. 5 out of 10. Unhallowed, on the other hand, is the best song on the record. And it has the best chorus. Imagine that. Imagine writing and performing great vocal melodies. This is happening here. Wow! So it's not like Rob has lost his touch. He made these shitty choruses in Become the Firestorm and My Hands Are Empty on purpose. I feel no one will ever listen. The remnants of an empty soul. The ghost of monumental failure. Unhallowed. I just love that part. It's beautiful, it's gentle, it's smooth, it stays in your mind. This is the most memorable thing from this record. That chorus. This song is almost perfect, but of course it had to be destroyed. Before the final chorus, there's a bridge where they are singing, and I do not enjoy that singing. Again, it's awful. Everything else in the song is perfect. So this is 9.5 out of 10. Assimilate is another interlude without music. It just contains some speech, blah blah blah, 5 out of 10. I forgot to mention that Unhallowed was co-written with Václav from Decapitated. Kill Thy Enemies is a track that has that old school feeling. It's very heavy, slightly death metalish. I love it, but it's slightly too repetitive for my taste, and again some of the vocals are cringy as fuck. 8 out of 10. No, gods no, masters no, lords above is another song from this record. This chorus actually isn't so terrible, yet again it has that scooter vibe to it, you know, soccer, football playing. It's not as cringy as the one in My Hands Are Empty. I can actually enjoy listening to it, and I'm sure that it's going to crush live because the entire stadium is going to sing it. It doesn't sound as pretentious and poppy as the one in My Hands Are Empty. It's a great song, great breakdown, great guitar work, drumming, everything, but slightly repetitive for my taste. 9 out of 10. Bloodshot is another song that Václav from Decapitated helped to write. This could have been the highlight of the record, but it's very repetitive, especially the vocals. I think he said Bloodshot in this song like 40 times. I mean, if you're going to repeat yourself that many times, at least call the song Morbius and say Morbius 40 times, because Morbius deserves to be talked about. It's a great song, it has that old school feeling. It reminds me of Biohazard early albums, I don't know why. Maybe some of the guitar work and vocals have that feel to it. It's a great song, but its flaw is the repetition. 8 out of 10. Rotten is my third favorite song on this record. Yet again, some of the vocals don't work and it's very repetitive, but I love the breakdown in the middle, especially the intro to it, which the bassist is just playing and then it hits you right in the face. I think it's the most heavy part on the record. Very underrated song that many people hate for some reason. This is the highlight of this record. 9 out of 10. Terminus is another interlude I don't care about. 5 out of 10. Arrows and words from the sky. The final song has an amazing chorus. I love listening to it. It's my second favorite chorus on this record. This song is a masterpiece, but of course they had to fuck it up. The first minute is not for me. I put it gently, not for me. 9.5 out of 10. The album also has a special edition which includes 2 bonus tracks. The first one, Exteroception, is an instrumental song. I have no idea why it's not on the record. It's better than half of the tracks on it. The only thing I do not enjoy here is the chorus, which is too melodic for my taste, but the verses, the breakdown, everything else is wow, just wow. If this was on the standard edition, it would have been my third favorite song on the record. 9 out of 10. The second bonus track is an acoustic version of Arrows and Words from the Sky. I don't have much to say about this one, it's not as good as the original version, but it's fun to listen to. It's great, 8 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is various and the flow is disrupted. Replayability? Yeah, it's a good album. There are 0 songs on this record that I can actually enjoy from beginning to the end without nitpicking some shit. And this is something that I do not enjoy because on the previous Machine Head's album, except Bloodstone, it's hard to find a song that I don't enjoy from beginning to the end. Like take Supercharger for an example, an album that is hated by many people. To me, it only has one bad song, the interlude, Brown Acid. Everything else I enjoy from beginning to the end. There is no part in any song that I would skip or remove. But here, in every song, there's 1 or 2 or fucking 4 parts that I would just cut out from the tracks because they make the songs shittier, in my opinion. Even Catharsis had songs that were great from beginning to the end. Take the first track, Hope Begets Hope, and Triple Beam. These tracks I enjoy from beginning to the end. There's nothing wrong with them. Here, every track is fucking infected with some bullshit. My Hands Are Empty has Become the Firestorm has a guy trying to sing while he's having a stroke. Slaughter the Martyr has a shitty opening. Unhallowed has bad singing in the bridge. Bloodshot has too many repetitions, so it gets on your nerves. Every song has a problem. Did you spend a long time crafting these songs? Or did you just shit them out in 1 hour or 2? So yeah, this is just a good album. It's the second weakest Machine Head record in my opinion. The worst one is Bloodstone. I still do enjoy Bloodstone. I just think it's the weakest one because it's not memorable in any way. I remember like 3 or 4 songs of it and that's it. This album on the other hand is very memorable, but for all the wrong reasons. So as a fan I had to raise my voice because seeing so many positive reviews saying that this album is better than The Blackening or on the same level just makes me wonder if these reviews were paid off or some shit, because it's not as good. This album is worse than Catharsis. And the other side of the barricade that says that Machine Head is not the same and it's a shit band and they haven't released anything good since Unto the Locust is also wrong. These kind of extreme opinions just make me laugh. This is just a good album, it's somewhere in the middle of being bad and good. If you like pop music, I guess you will love the vocals. Me, on the other hand, will never love these vocals. I spent 3 months of my life listening to this record in hope that I will enjoy the vocals. And the more I listen to this record, it's the other way around. I hate the vocals more and more. And the parts that I love, I just love. I don't know what Robb Flynn is going to do next, but I cannot wait for it. That's all from me, thank you for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, take care, bye!